this set is maybe my most diverse than any I've ever made before. Have you ever heard of a trumpet oyster mushroom? Today I'm actually turning this mushroom into a trading card and 4 stickers. This is the mushroom that I decided to pick for the month. If you didn't know, this is kind of what I do. My name is Holly. I turn mushrooms in real life into fun little characters. This is the mushroom that I have decided to go with for the month of June, and it looks like this. I will actually be doing a deep dive on this type of mushroom next week if you want to stay tuned for that. But this week I'm just showing the process of how I make the trading card, my character, and the stickers. So stay tuned. If you want to follow along on my journey of me making these trading cards, you can join my mushroom club for free or a paid subscription where you can receive them every single month in your mailbox. I usually pay all of the shipping, so it doesn't really matter where you are in the world. I will pay it and you will get it to your door. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and enjoy the process. The first thing that I'm doing is I am printing my cards. I usually print both the back and the front sides, and then I will end up gluing them together. This kind of just provides a thicker card, which is just the vibe that I decided to go with. Yeah, I really like doing it that way. I cut everything manually. I don't really cut anything on my Cricut. I will just use my Cricut for the stickers. Yeah, usually it takes a hot minute. Most of the time, my printer works great. Sometimes it does this. You see this? It stopped printing halfway through it on my good paper. I messed around with it for a bit off camera, but basically what happened was it stopped communicating with the Wi-Fi, so it wasn't talking to the computer at all, and it was just sitting there idly scanning something across, almost like I was using the scanner. It stopped again. On camera too. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. It's basically just making this like idle noise. Okay, that almost ended badly. But it's really never like done something like that before. It's really just been like a nozzle cleaning problem, a refreshment problem. I've kind of figured out all of the little quirks about it, so I could even make a whole video on this particular printer because I've worked with it for so many years now. I'd like to say that I know this printer very well, so I was like, what is that noise? But yeah, all is well, I guess. Like normally, my printer just prints all the way through. It takes its time, you know, obviously, but it doesn't stop. I waited for like a couple of minutes and it was just like doing the wah, wah. Like it wasn't moving the paper at all. Anyways, I'm going way too in detail with this, praying that it actually works because I need my printer to actually work in order to make my products. Okay, now it's just gaslighting me. It's doing it again. Like it's not moving the paper at all. It's just sitting there. At this rate, it's gonna take forever to make my stuff. What is this printer? What is this? I had to completely restart it. Didn't help, obviously. So my next option was to put in the Wi-Fi password all over again and restart it. And I honestly believe that you have not known pain until you have to put in the Wi-Fi password into a printer. It's excruciating. Why do they make it so augmentative? I just put in the password. It should be a very strong connection, and now it's doing this again. I swear it's rage baiting me. Like, why? I don't know why my printer hates me today. This is gonna be a long print job. I've accepted my fate. It's just gonna take forever. Gosh. So I'm gonna have to, I'll be able to use these and these, but I won't be able to use these down here and obviously not that. So I could probably print a whole other page of something on this. To mention, this is the easiest part of the entire process. It finally printed. Honestly, looks really cool. I'm like super happy with it. Only took 3 tries. Finally got there. No! I'm only gonna turn these 2 into the backs of trading cards. So, time to seal these 2. Ta-da! Since I only have this portion that I'm going to be sealing, these cards, not these because they cut off in the printer, and similar right here, I decided to kind of cut my thing off, my sealed parts, in a different way. The reason I'm keeping this is because it actually still has the peelable side to it, and if I created my own, I might actually cut it. Don't know how well this is going to work out for me, but we shall see. So, I don't know. Thought it was worth a shot. Oh man. So silly. It's like way too much. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh yeah, that totally worked. Okay. Incredible. Just gonna lay it on top like this. Good enough. Gosh, this is so sad. I might just keep it. Goodbye. The backs are all finished-ish. The backs are all cut, but now I just need to trim these edges so that you don't see any paper dust on there. Because this can be sharp, but it's not that sharp. So I always like to go in there with the scissors and just clean them up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna be chopping this guy. Now I'm going to be working on this. So I recently painted my box here. This is going to be the set. Another part of the process is filming all of these characters in this box so that it looks like they're actually walking in the wild. I feel like it really makes all of my mushroom characters really come to life, so that's really the main reason why I do that. I only recently made this, so this isn't in every single video that I have now. The way that it works is I have all of my made stickers, and then I take some washi tape and a stick, which I gotta find, and then I will open this up. So it just kind of folds like this, and I have this long stick, but this is actually like a giant paper clip, and then I just tape it and do their little thing. I usually know a little bit about the mushroom, if it's a mycorrhizal mushroom, if it's a saprobic, so that I can use the essential props that I've made. So I have my little cherries. I've also made this like log, pretend log out of some piece of, I don't know what this is. This is some shipping thing I decided to paint and make it look like a log. So this is really a prop for my saprobic mushrooms. The trees are for my mycorrhizal mushrooms. And I don't really have any props for my parasitic mushrooms because I don't really like bugs that much. Yeah, this can definitely get very messy. Like I will need the vacuum now. The biggest trick for getting these to look right is the angle. So I always kind of angle the camera really close so it looks like you're looking into it. The thing about washi tape is that it's not really that sticky. It'll come off really quickly and with no residue at all. So I will just stick it on the back, and now it is a little character, and I can just start to move it and stuff. I have thought about animating my characters, but honestly, I feel like I'm not that great with like voices, even though my friends say that I do. But yeah, now I will go ahead and just film all of these little clips so I can put them in my video. Lighting got super weird, so I'm so sorry. I usually like to film one scene at least where they're all kind of in the same shot because I think it represents how a lot of mushrooms grow in clusters and they like to grow together. And so whenever I have them all together, it feels like they're like part of a little group and a little family. So this is always like one of the more important shots that I film. Now let's take a look at the set. I added the cream yellow color to the outside and more of a darker color around the actual mushroom in the image to kind of bring it to life even more. I'm a graphic designer. I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design, so this is a very fun part of the process for me. I always kind of make up the bottom portion, the power move, the weakness, the strength, the health points, those sort of things, but I do like to have the qualities on this card really reflect what that mushroom in the real world is all about. So I'm going to read them. Often thought of as a hero of the forest for all his good deeds. Grows in clusters because he cannot imagine doing anything alone. Decomposes dead wood for fun and considers it a form of community service. A guru in the wellness community always gives the best advice. For this mushroom, I gave its strength stun, its weakness brittle. The health points are 90, which is exceptionally high. And the power level is 82, which is also a really high card. I made the power move Cluster Clone, which kind of just represents like making multiples or clones of itself in order to like attack. I thought that was kind of funny. This mushroom really likes to grow in a big group, so that's kind of why I represented the grouping on these stickers. So taking a closer look at these stickers, I wanted to show you why this set is maybe my most diverse than any I've ever made before. So the first one, it almost looks a little bit more on the green side. It's the image that I took the colors from, but I also added a lot of the texture for this mushroom in the cap. And then we have this one. This one looks like a iconic bracket mushroom. I wanted to use this image mostly because of the gills in it. It also has like a little sparkle. I always have to add the sparkles to make them more interesting. I feel like it's my staple at this point. And then this one is a cluster one. It honestly looks a little bit pink. Added a lot of those depths to it as well. And then this is the one I went for, the actual card. This one is definitely my favorite. I feel like it really represents the Trumpet Oyster Mushroom even more than all the other character designs that I did. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to stay connected with me, you can follow me on my socials at susrooms. You can also visit my website to stay updated with the latest cards, and even join my mushroom club where I send off these sets entirely every single month. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next mushroom video.